Why do niggas care if Kai Cenat can't even say? Oh, can't say this about PewDiePie. He's probably calling him shit. Yo, he's an internet OG.
Grammarly's 5 tips for writing a professional email.
Email writing is super important. That's why I'm going to break down everything you need to know for your next important email. Tip number 1, think.
Alright, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we're going to be taking a look at a quote from Kai Cenat from a recent stream that has kind of gone viral online. It's kind of, I think...
It could probably be like out of context. He probably said some stupid shit. I think people are just taking it too serious. Maybe. Or maybe it was just a random...
Part of this, like, more noticeable trend recently where people... I think are getting a lot more comfortable with, like, disrespecting PewDiePie and, like, kind of slandering his legacy. Now, Kai Cenat was somewhat respectful about it, in my opinion. I mean, he just voiced his own personal opinion here, but I figured...
Yeah, I see why it put me on the other thing.
This was something I wanted to talk about because outside of just Kai Cenat, this is more of a like very recent trend I've noticed on social media where people are like trying to downplay PewDiePie, like the importance that he had on YouTube.
Why do people even care? Why do niggas care? Like, he's the internet OG. He was chill. Said the N-word like a couple of times, so but
YouTube and just content creation in general, internet culture, all kinds of different things.
He low-key inspired a lot of people. I can't even lie. Honestly, he inspired a lot of people.
Right. It really seems like people are kind of trying to rewrite social media history here. It's very weird. I've been doing YouTube for 13 years now. Well, it'll be 13 years next month, actually. And there's never been a time in that period where, like, PewDiePie wasn't massive, wasn't this huge influence, right? So I kind of have, like, a pretty knowledgeable past on this kind of thing, right? I've been on this platform for quite some time. Obviously, a lot of the people, I think, who are saying this, I think are younger. I think that's what a lot of it comes down to. I think a lot of these people are just younger, or they didn't watch YouTube in its prime, shit like that, right? And as a result, they really just don't get it. Or also, I think a lot of it is people kind of only know, some of these people at least, only really know PewDiePie from the infamous, like, N-word clip and shit like that. So I think a lot of people have this, like, misconception on what PewDiePie is, how important he really was, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and play the clip.
Bro, I could speak on it because... Bro, his PewDiePie's Minecraft videos, I used to watch it, honestly. Well, that shit was tough. Sven died. Shoot.
From Kai Cenat that has...
The name was Sven, I don't know. Or maybe I'm just rethinking about something different. Yeah,
like I said, gone viral, but after that, we're going to go ahead and talk about it. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the video.
This may be an L tape, and I apologize in advance. But I couldn't see how niggas got into PewDiePie. I'm sorry.
Nah, I agree. I feel like I didn't watch him. When I looked into him,
I'll be honest. That might be an L take though. You feel me?
Kinda is, bro.
It be like that sometimes, but everybody's not for everybody, cause some niggas might say that about you.
Not facts.
It be like that.
Not for me personally though. I don't know.
All right, so like I said, I thought it was somewhat polite. I mean, there's a lot worse he could have said. He could have came on here like, man, fuck PewDiePie. He sucks. His content's garbage. I hate that guy. He didn't do any of that, right? But people kind of took this as disrespectful because it's kind of like questioning the validity of like, oh, I don't know how people watched PewDiePie. I never got into him, whatever, right? I mean, it is his own personal opinion. Not everybody grew up watching PewDiePie, obviously. But like I said, in like 2024, I noticed it a lot. But now I'm starting to notice it way more. Right? People don't really respect PewDiePie anymore, and I think some of it is also now because he uploads a lot more sporadically, so he's not the like powerhouse influence that he once was. But at the same time, I think it's kind of just ignorant and ridiculous to downplay what kind of impact that he had and why he was so popular. So to a lot of people, myself included, I think PewDiePie represents the golden age of YouTube, which is something that we haven't lived in for a long time here. I mean, to me, the golden age of YouTube was from inception to about 2015, 2016. That was when YouTube was at its best. I think the content was at its best. The people
of everyone was trying to make quality videos, and the videos are actually funny and shit. Not everyone, just some people Just making just random, chilling. Everyone was trying to be creative. Let me see how I see it. Niggas were being creative that back then. No one was taking anything seriously. They were joking, making racist jokes and everything. Good old days. Those were the good old days. But like still.
On the platform was at its best, the company itself was at its best. Things were just way different back then, right? And for people like PewDiePie, they kind of paved the way for everybody else, Kai Cenat included here, right? Now, Kai Cenat has gotten famous from streaming himself playing video games and shit like that. And of course, that's kind of always existed to a certain extent, except for like the first few years, obviously, of the internet and shit like that. But PewDiePie really kind of just opened the floodgates for gaming content all over the internet. Now, there were people who were popular before him in gaming and shit, but PewDiePie, like, was so big, he was on fucking South Park and stuff like that, right? There's pretty much no equal to PewDiePie when it comes to YouTube, any of this other shit. And honestly, the same thing could probably be said about Kai Cenat here. Even in the video, they acknowledge that, right? How could anyone watch Kai Cenat? I couldn't get into him. I don't know. I can't get into his streams, right? It kind of just comes off a little bit dismissive, and I think that's why people took such a big issue with it. But I just think that this whole like idea of acting like, oh, I don't know why people got into PewDiePie is kind of just crazy. Now, obviously, PewDiePie's personality is just better than most content creators. A lot of people, they only really gave a fuck about content creation ever because of money. But PewDiePie, you know, he grinded from the bottom all the way to the top in an era of YouTube where money was not the primary focus. And I think that's what's lost on a lot of like content creation and shit like that today.
Seen something on TikTok. The state mark was after fighting in SF. Look, these niggas reply with just for him to get the state mark was after fighting Conquest. And then these guys said all that for him to get great by us. Bro, that's crazy.
He did get great by him.
He beat Conquest, but couldn't do anything against you. Like, it's just sad thinking about it.
Yeah, because he was weaker back then. He's training now. He's on the training arc.
Still beat Conquest.
Bro, that's like 5 years. That's like a skinny nigga versus a nigga who is okay. So like a strong, muscular ass girl. That's kind of how it was. And after he trained. Mark got stronger. Even though he low-key got violated by Conquest. Conquest could have killed him if he was not yapping too much.
I had PTSD from Conquest. If I was Oliver, I low-key have PTSD too. I almost got stretched. That's crazy.
Did you get Koi yet?
Don't touch my brother. Don't touch my brother.
Use fodder. Use ass.
And he just literally told him that was fucking. There's stronger people who are coming. If you can't beat me, sorry for you. She wanted a strong kid. That's something.
Yo, Marky has more potential.
Yeah, but Mark does not treat him properly. Not like him that much.
I can make him grow to strength.
I'll give you Robux. You get this shit right now. Wait, what the fuck is that? Easy? Nah, you make it look easy. Bro, I got into second more. Like, 40%.
Continue.
Back in the day, it was about building your audience and like building your channel up and hitting milestones. You know, you wanted to have 1 million subscribers or 100,000 or whatever, right? You always had a goal in mind, and it wasn't inherently money. And so PewDiePie, you know, in an era of people who were like wading into gaming for the first time, he was high energy. He was playing also games that were popular, but were popular because of the internet. You know what I mean? He was bringing games like Happy Wheels and shit like that to the forefront. Like, these were games that had cult followings or were like indie games, shit like that, right? And he was bringing them to a new audience. So people watching PewDiePie and people like him, you were going there not just because, you know, PewDiePie was cool and you liked him, but because he was also bringing new games up. You know, he was bringing new shit, and he was bringing new games that you would want to go play, right? Like
even the Minecraft thing, his Minecraft gameplay was actually entertaining. Same as Dan TDM and shit. Damn, bro, I miss those days. Take me back to those days. Actually, that's weird.
Niggas need to start grinding their
Not really. Eh.
method.
Bang. Catch it. Hoop. No.
Like,
No.
I played Happy
no.
Wheels before I saw PewDiePie playing it, but games like Quap, that little like keyboard game and shit like that, he helped like get Minecraft off the ground at certain points and shit too, right? Like a lot of these games that have kind of became like infamous online over time, right? A lot of that came from people like PewDiePie. PewDiePie was one of the original promoters for games like this, getting games out there to a new audience and
He
shit.
got him out the mud. So like, it's fact.
And because of people like him, gaming became the face of YouTube. Before that, it was like vlogging, filming yourself, shit outside, home movies, things like that. YouTube poops, internet memes. It was more like that kind of shit. But gaming was a little bit more niche at that time, right? You had to like really seek that kind of shit out. And PewDiePie really kind of made it to where, since he was the new biggest creator on the platform, gaming was finally kind of on top. And really, it's never left since. I mean, most of us, when we get on YouTube and places like Twitch and shit, the whole point of it is to go watch people playing video games. And I would make the argument a lot of that shit wouldn't exist to the degree that it does if PewDiePie didn't popularize it. Well, not only that, not only did he popularize like gaming on YouTube and shit like that, he inspired a lot of creators to come to the platform and start making content. I would also argue that most YouTubers who started YouTube after like 2013, 2014 were probably doing it a little bit inspired off of PewDiePie himself. And then, of course, going into like the late 2010s and whatnot, we started seeing the whole like PewDiePie versus T-Series thing where
after he got up to 100 mil and shit.
It's essentially like,
it's so funny. It's just hearing the storyline. Not really a storyline, just more like wow, being there when it's happening. It's like being there and what's it called? What's a good time? Yeah, it's like it's like being there when Napoleon was ruling.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
I remember the Napoleon.
And just living through it. I don't fucking know. Yeah, that's bad.
This whole YouTube-wide, platform-wide war between PewDiePie, who was seen as like the individual who ran his own YouTube channel and shit, versus the corporatized T-Series, which was a like more foreign Indian influence, and they were posting like music videos and shit. It was like corporate stuff. So PewDiePie has over time become like the face of YouTube. Nowadays, a lot of people would think it's Mr. Beast. Pretty hard to really argue that in a lot of ways, considering he overtook PewDiePie a long time ago in sub count. But a lot of this shit online, including like my content, right, it wouldn't exist in the way that it does without someone like PewDiePie.
Low-key outgreased, but like, yeah, true.
And like I said, over the last couple of months, I think it's a lot of it due to that whole like racism inward clip thing. A lot of people love re-bringing that whole thing up and shit like that. I think people just think that like it's okay to shit on PewDiePie now, and it's like something that everybody does. But I don't know, man. I still feel like the vast majority of people like PewDiePie. Like, he still uploads, albeit pretty sporadically and what.
Didn't he get married? What, the Albert Einstein? I swear he got married, no? Yeah, he did. To a Swedish wife, something like that. Forgot her name. PewDiePie. Damn, bro. Back then, it's actually fun, bro. Watching was actually fun. He needs to restart posting like more. He has a kid and everything, but like I need to like find some time to just. I found my wife's meme folder. Good old days, bro. When everyone was young, watching this, everything. Yeah, Minecraft videos without the shaders. Yeah, his dog. Venom or whatever. I remember when he found a pink sheep in his base.
Yo, Shuji, what happened, bro? I heard you lost 5 KP, bro, because you
The
lost.
good old days.
My niggas on you, bro.
What am I reminiscing for? Just, I don't even know, bro.
Was it 0.5? What happened?
Not because he's like semi-retired or whatever now, but I mean, even then, it's like very few people can carry as much influence as he did for even like a month or 2 months or whatever. But he's done it for well over a decade, and even today, being semi-retired or whatever, he's still massively influential. Like if he wanted to, he could come back to uploading every day and could still be killing this shit. But he has a family now. Yeah. He has other priorities and shit, so he's not worried about it. I get that. I think everyone gets that. But I think now with his absence, you know, with his void, people are like trying to rewrite shit and trying to make it out.
Just like Michael Jordan, bro. He stopped playing basketball. He retired. Boom. Oh, Michael Jordan sucks. LeBron James the GOAT. Even though every nigga knows LeBron is literally, no hate to LeBron, but like LeBron's literally kind of wonky compared to him. He literally had. I'm not even hating. It's just the truth.
Yeah, you can't do better than LeBron doing basketball like that.
Nigga.
What do you mean it's gonna be?
I'm comparing two different niggas.
The GOAT.
Michael Jordan's still better, bro.
Skill, nigga. What does that mean, too?
Like, still, like, it's just.
What the hell? Who does LeBron feel like?
MG, still better.
Now, like, oh, you know, we never fucked with PewDiePie. I don't know, man. I could not disagree more with that. Now, even Mr. Beast responded to this entire, like, clip or whatever, and, I mean, he said it, I think, pretty best here, right? So, Take, he fundamentally shaped YouTube culture. I miss meme review and loved watching him play random games while I ate dinner every night. Poods is a goat. Now, I mean, like I said, he said it pretty much best there. There really would be no modern YouTube without somebody like PewDiePie. It's crazy to think a company actually owes this one guy who wasn't even really affiliated with them so much respect or whatever, but I mean, the entire internet, in a way, was influenced by PewDiePie. Like, the meme review, the gaming content, all this shit that he, like, pioneered and, like, really kind of brought to the forefront. That stuff would be radically different if it even existed, really, in the way that it does today. Now, I mean, even when Mr. Beast, like I said, most would call him, like, the GOAT of YouTube, or, like, at least the biggest guy on YouTube right now. Even he is willing to bow head and admit, like, yeah, PewDiePie really shaped everything. I mean, even, like, the modern day king of YouTube admits his main influence is PewDiePie, right? Like, he fundamentally shaped YouTube culture. I don't know. Some people were like really mad about this clip and like were mad at Cenat and they thought it was like super disrespectful.
Yeah, I already watched it. I forgot. Am I slow? I'm like literally slow. I literally watched the clip and I asked for the clip again.
Disrespectful because he like basically insinuated there's no reason to watch PewDiePie. I don't know how anyone could get into him or whatever, but I really don't think it was that bad. It was a lot more respectful than it could have been, but I do think it was just a ridiculous take here, and it's one that could apply to him too. I mean, let's be real. There's plenty of people out there who would be like, oh, I don't know how people watch Cenat. All he does is yell. All he does is stream for 13-year-olds. It's the same shit you could say about anybody, right? The difference is, though, PewDiePie is literally one of
he was on the generational run back then, bro. Every nigga is he's probably talking about like his new like stuff. Ain't been through the struggle. Forgot the lyrics, bro.
The internet legends. So I don't know, man. I just wanted to throw my 2 cents in on this one. So anyway, with that being said, thank you guys for watching.
I should not out here hating on PewDiePie, bro. The hate must not go on. Bro. Back in the heydays, bro. I swear every nigga has watched PewDiePie.